But then not only is she crazy because she's the one who hit herself in the face then, she's really, really dumb.
This is breaking news. It's about the famous couple, Johnny Depp and ex-wife, Amanda Heard. Now, they've been in the news for years now because of their divorce. But now there is a new leaked audio tape, and it is a game changer. I just thought of that. So I'll be playing that and discussing that. And I also want to get into the diet that both of them have been dabbling in and why that might be a factor in why this happens so much with people who eat these kinds of diets, often vegan diets. Yeah, this might seem like Groundhog Day to you. It seems like I've done this video before. Well, there was that other sex symbol, male sex symbol. Yeah, Brad Pitt and his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie. Yeah, she's kind of crazy, turns out. I think she also got him on a vegan diet, but then she quit because she wasn't doing it right, and subsequently went crazy. I eat a vegan diet, and I'm a vegan expert, and so I know the right way and wrong way to do it. A little bit of backstory. They got married in early 2015 and divorced May 2016. It was about a year. And so for the past 3 years, everyone has been believing that Johnny Depp was the only problem here, and that's why she divorced him. Just look at this viral video here from 3 years ago. Johnny Depp goes off on Amber Heard, hurls wine glass. I just watched this, and then I thought, oh, wait a second here. I didn't think I was going to see what I thought I was going to see. What I mean is, I went back and looked at the title again, and I looked and saw, oh yeah, it doesn't actually say he threw the wine glass at her. But notice the title leads you to believe that. TMZ. They're good with the clickbait trickery there. I guess he throws a wine glass. You know, who hasn't done that sometime? But he doesn't throw it at her. And goes off, meaning, he didn't. He seemed to be in a real bad mood for some reason. Let's skim through this. I'll skip the bad language there, mate. He's real pissed at something. He's abusing the refrigerator, it looks like. And she's asking what happened. See, they're not fighting. Oh, and she turns on the camera to film it secretly. See, you can see here at the beginning, watch this. And it turns out, I think they were both doing this throughout their marriage. So she turns on her camera, puts it on the counter, and then she was hiding it, and then she removes something to get him on tape. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you this morning?
Yeah, you're right. I just woke up and you were so sweet and nice. We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
Well, keep in mind that he does drink a lot. And that was probably a wine glass. So he's probably drunk. And he's pissed at something, but I don't know if it's about her.
No, that's the thing.
Oh, I didn't catch that. She turned the camera. There's some wine right there.
See crazy, I'll give you fucking crazy.
Pouring some wine, yeah.
Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
So he found the camera. And yeah, if you're already pissed and you're drunk, yeah, you're going to be pissed at that. Your wife's filming you to give it to TMZ. Okay, moving on. What we've been hearing in the media for the last 3 years is starting with she divorces him.
His wife Amber Heard wants a divorce, and to make matters worse, the actress has now accused Depp of physical abuse. Keep in mind that the 52-year-old has a total net worth of about $400 million.
And then she gets a restraining order against him. And then you got the pictures here, bruises, and the jury's in. You didn't even need the bruises. Here's one video from 2016.
The evidence continues to collect in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp domestic abuse investigation. Center stage today, the cops.
The two police officers that were the first to come to the scene,
responding to the 911 call.
yeah, have now been grilled by their superior officers, and they have said that they did not see any marks or swelling or redness on her face when they interviewed her.
Yes, here are pictures of Amber's injured face taken after Depp allegedly threw a cell phone at her. But when cops arrived, there was apparently no evidence of abuse.
But then not only is she crazy because she's the one who hit herself in the face then, but it also means that she's really, really dumb. Cops have come, they've seen my face.
I was thinking of that earlier on, that the idea that someone would injure themselves. And I think there have been cases like that. But we don't know. I'm not going to assume that. I think that it's likely that they are both committing domestic violence.
And now I'm going to hit
It
myself
is
in the face.
wildly implausible.
But impossible?
Is it a little weird to you that in the restraining order she's asking for spousal support for a 15-month marriage for $50,000?
There's this crazy theme. And I'm going to get back to that. What makes people go crazy, especially thin actresses like Angelina Jolie? Maybe it has to do with the way they eat. Some more of the timeline here after the divorce. And again, this goes to the craziness that I was just talking about. In May of 2016, Johnny Depp's mother died. And that same month, Amber Heard filed for divorce. So we're talking less than 30 days after his mom dies, she divorces him. And this is reminding me of a different story I recently heard. Woman breaking up with a guy on his birthday. Think about that. That is just real uncaring. For the rest of his life, his birthday will have this dark cloud over it, this dark memory. But now for the big recent news, the leaked audio. And I don't know how this audio came to be or how it got leaked, but we're probably lucky it has come out. Otherwise, people would always have believed that Johnny Depp was the sole abuser, the one causing the problems. From Newsweek, the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp trends after Amber Heard admits, in leaked audio, to hitting actor.
Because I love you. And I do not want to leave you. I do not want a divorce. I do not want you out of my life. I just want peace. If things get physical, we have to separate. We have to be apart from one another. Whether it's for an hour or 10 hours or a day, we must. There can be no physical violence towards each other.
I agree about the physical violence, but separating for a day or night and taking a night off from our marriage...
No. All I'm saying is we need to take whatever time we need, you need or I need, to kind of let things settle for a minute. So that we don't kill each other or worse, like really kill each other or break up or whatever. If the fight escalates to the point of where it's just insulting for both of us, or if it gets to that physical violence, that's when we just say, look, let's go to our corners, man. You hang wherever you want, baby. I'm going in the office, and I'm just gonna sit there and try and de-jellify my
I can't promise you that I'll be perfect. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. God, I sometimes get so mad I lose it. I can promise you I'm gonna do everything to change. Promise you, I'm not gonna throw around divorce. I will not say divorce unless I really mean it.
I love you. I want you to be my wife. And I want to be your husband. I want to be a good husband. And if I haven't been, I'll do everything I can to find out how to be a good husband.
A statistic that many people don't know, you would never know this from the media, is that domestic violence is committed just as much by women as by men. Depp filed a lawsuit claiming that Heard defamed him after the Aquaman star, that's her, published an op-ed opinion in the Washington Post. I've been criticizing opinion sections in the New York Times, and Washington Post is also a bad place, I guess. That is awful. That they get this privilege to do that. They're given a microphone to trash men. Didn't mention Depp in the op-ed, which is strange things. Oh, it's kind of like what Trump does. Do you notice that Trump often doesn't mention people's names when he's referring to people, leaves the names out? And it appears to lend credence to Depp's version of the events. It's not true. It's not true. And I'm not the one who throws pots and whatever the effing else at me. Depp replied, she said, I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. So while he seems to be a drunk, and of course has other problems going on, which explains his temper, I don't even know if there's good evidence that he ever hit her. But here now we have Amanda Heard actually saying that she just loses control of her emotions, doesn't even blame alcohol. I don't think she's an alcoholic. It just seems to be her personality, and admitting. And then there's this.
Tasia defends Amber. Quote, in 2009, Amber was wrongfully accused for an incident that was misinterpreted and over-sensationalized by two individuals in a power position. Tasia says the charges were quickly dropped and that Amber was released moments later. Tasia adds it's disheartening that Amber's integrity and story are being questioned yet again.
Yes, so disheartening that we are questioning. Remember, this was in 2016. So now, we're questioning her again now. After 3 years of questioning Johnny Depp. Not even questioning, just assuming guilt. Police rarely arrest the woman in these situations. If she was arrested for the domestic violence, then, come on, something must have happened. Of course, I don't want to judge. I don't want to convict. Like I said in my recent videos about Durian Rider, it's wrong to convict somebody without a fair trial. I'm just saying.
Tasia and Amber split in 2012 after 5 years together, but remain on good terms. She adds, Amber is a brilliant, honest, and beautiful woman, and I have the utmost respect for her.
So, lesbian. If you look up lesbian domestic violence, you'll be surprised at what you find. And why'd they break up?
This statement comes the same day Amber's friend, Io Tillett-Wright, penned an op-ed detailing the alleged physical abuse Johnny Depp inflicted on Amber.
Alleged abuse. And you got men coming to her rescue. Yep. So in light of everything, I will just presume that both of them took part in domestic violence. Now, let's move along to their diets. First, I'd like to note that both of them do not have weight problems that we know of. They both seem to be thin, so let's see what they're doing. Johnny Depp's diet plan, he focuses on nutrient density of food, which is a good thing, and makes a lot of his choices based on the nutrient density. He normally swears by very healthy and balanced diet regimen. His diet routinely consists of foods such as white fish, lean protein, cottage cheese, green vegetables, wheat pasta, that would be whole wheat, and soy products. I'm reading here from the research that I found here. So it gets worse here. Oh, you might be saying, what's wrong with that? Well, let's see. Well, there's nothing really wrong with that so far, except that he seems to believe in the protein myth, eats a lot of protein, and that's a sign that he believes in other ways of eating, and you can see that right here. He precisely abides by low-calorie food items such as less sugary fruits, green vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds. Well, those aren't low-calorie. The health-conscious actor steers clear from sugary and alcoholic beverages. At times when he has to torch massive pounds from his body. What pounds are those? He always seems skinny to me. The actor banks on green tea like insane. So we can see here that he restricts calories when he wants to lose weight, or maybe even not when he wants to lose. And that is part of the issue here. And I want to get into that, but one more paragraph that's important. Lately, after being inspired by his girlfriend, Amanda Heard, so this must be before 2015, Johnny has religiously been following a vegan diet plan inspired by Amanda Heard. So she's a vegan too, or at least was then. See, a lot of these celebrities, they go on vegan diets, but then they go off of them. And here's why. Because they go nuts, because they're not eating enough calories. He says here that he had good outcomes from the vegan diet. Yes, it is a healthy way to eat, but you got to eat enough calories. It's a big mistake a lot of people make, because a lot of vegan foods are low in calories. Think about it. The non-vegan foods, or the animal products, those are all high in calories. So if you're not a vegan, you're eating higher calorie foods more often. So when you go to a vegan, you have to be careful to keep your calories up by not just eating the less sugary fruits, but by eating the high sugar fruits like bananas, dates, mangoes, and figs. That's what I do, and I'm still a thin person. It says here he eats 6 small meals a day. Now that sounds like it would be enough, but if you think about the way a lot of vegans eat, one of those meals might be some toast, maybe some veganese, whatever, on the toast, maybe a piece of fruit. Now that could be 200 calories there. So 200 times 6, well, that's just 1,200 calories. See, that's really low. A man should be getting at least 2,000 calories, preferably more. And, calories do not make you fat. I've been saying that here for 7 years now. Yeah, my anniversary just came and went. It's 7 years now, people. And calories still don't make you fat. If you eat a diet that's not so high in fat, and it's high in nutrients, and real food, healthy food, raw food, like fruits and vegetables, then your body's not going to have a reason to store fat. Let's see, some other notes here that I wrote down. Johnny Depp gives millions of dollars to charity every year. So he sounds like an ethical person. He's willing to do veganism. And he even donated his ex-wife's divorce settlement to charity. Now, before you think, oh, that's a good one. Well, they had an agreement that the $7 million that he had to give her, she would donate that to a charity of her choice. But he ended up just doing it for her. As for Amber Heard, she has done charity work herself and is an ambassador of the American Civil Liberties Union that focuses on women's rights, and she is an outspoken domestic violence advocate. Well, I'm just reading that now. That doesn't make it clear on which side she's on there. Outspoken domestic violence advocate. Advocate for domestic violence? And also she volunteered at the Children's Hospital in LA for 10 years. So it appears that both of these people are ethical people, yet they succumbed to a violent nature. The Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. So I first heard of this story last night, soon after it broke. And then this morning, I see that it's trending on Twitter with the hashtag Amanda Heard is an abuser. And this tweet caught my attention. Now, I don't know Amanda at all. I don't know if she's a twit. But I figure that what makes this meme work so well is that I guess both of those pictures are her. It shows what the media reacts like when Amber accuses Johnny of abuse. And another picture demonstrates how the media reacts when there's evidence of Amber abusing Johnny. And yeah, even though it's only been a few hours, people can predict how things are going to go. I'm surprised at how so many people are woke, are waking up, that there's something going wrong with women in at least the Western world. And not many people talk about the cause and why this might be happening. Well, of course, society in general isn't even going to recognize that this is going on. It probably has something to do, at least one reason for it would probably be diet. Women are known for dieting and under-eating to be skinny. And Amanda Heard is an actress, so there's even more demand for her to not gain weight. When you're an actress, you just can't gain weight. You have to stay the same as how people know you. And you know what it's like when you're hungry, you get irritable. You know, you can get used to the hunger, and so you don't notice it. But imagine being in that state all the time, where your body's just not getting enough of what it needs. And the lack of energy, you're going to have emotions that you don't even understand. And what does that sound like? As a strong feminist, I am beyond disgusted that Amber Heard used the Me Too movement and the pain and trauma of real abuse victims to lie. Well, what do you know? Someone lying on social media. That wasn't anticipated. Yeah, people tend to lie, especially on social media. So you can't use social media in such a simplistic way to create statistics like that. And another thing is, this person as a feminist should be beyond disgusted by the feminist movement, what it has become today. And the Democrat Party needs to realize that it's hurting their party and their chances of winning, which means feminism could cause us to have 4 more years of Trump. It may have been the cause for the first 4 years. Amber Heard said, "I can't promise I won't get physical again." Now see, this can be controlled. Well, I've learned how to control it, but then I eat enough calories. Somewhere I read that she threw things at her, like lamp. And yes, I first heard about this phenomenon in the 90s. So it was on TV somewhere, which is really surprising. Women do commit domestic violence. And when they do it, they don't use their fists or their feet or anything, because they don't think that that will be effective against a man. So they end up throwing objects, which ends up doing more damage. TV has really cleaned up any criticism of women. They just don't want to put women in a bad light. It's all about elevating women now. And so they don't want to cover these kind of stories. But it ends up only hurting women. When you ignore something, the problem gets worse.